Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and today we're going to make custom connectors for cars. We're going to make Deutsch connectors like these and WeatherPack connectors like these. And to do that, we're going to use a set of tools from iCrimp. So let's check out what's included in this kit. So as you can see, we have a manual, a set of 5 crimpers, and 7 pin tools. Now to show you what these tools do, I'm going to show you what the connectors look like to give you a better idea of how it works. For Deutsch connectors like these, there are actually 2 types of pins that exist. These 3 are for closed barrel pins, and this one right here, the IWC 1424A, is for stamped connectors. Now Deutsch connectors have male and female pins, and essentially they will just connect together inside the connector. And these are specifically stamped connectors. So you would crimp this right here onto the wire. But if you have the closed barrel type, it's just a cylinder on this side, and you would crimp them onto your wire by dropping them in, dropping your wire in, and crimping down. Now since these are the stamped type, we will be using these crimpers right here. Now for our Deutsch closed barrel connectors, we have this one for size 12, got 7 clamping force adjustments. We have this one for sizes 14, 16, and 18 gauge. It's the same thing, 7 levels of adjustment. And for 20 and 22 gauge Deutsch connectors, you have this one, again with the tension adjustments. Now for the WeatherPack connectors, it's slightly different. It's the same principle, a male and a female pin. They'll slot into each other inside the connectors, but they also have a rubber seal. So this gets crimped in using this tool. So you get these for the wire, and then the 2 circular ones for the seal right here. So you put the seal on the wire, pop the wire in, crimp this, and then crimp the seal on, so you have a waterproof connection. And then you slot it in to your connector. Now the tools up here are Deutsch connector release tools for all sorts of different sizes. To be able to pop it in, and that would allow you to remove the pins and rewire your Deutsch connector as needed. So very convenient to have. We also have this one, which is just a standard tube, and this one is for WeatherPack terminals like these, so you can release the pins with this as well. And our last tool is this one for contact and wedge lock. So nice to have on hand as well. So now that we've taken a look at everything that's included, let's get started and make a connector. And we'll start with the Deutsch connector. All right, so I've prepared 4 wires, 4 pieces of wires to demonstrate. I've got a 2-pin Deutsch connector. You'll see this is the orientation it would go together. Just pop in here, click together. We're gonna get started. So on the outside, we have 2 rubbery seals right here, which will push the wires through. On this side is where the pins will live. This side will have the male pins. They'll live in here. And this side will have the female pins, which will sit right in there. First thing we wanna do is strip our wires. Then depending on whether you have stamped or closed barrel, you're gonna grab the appropriate crimper. So we're gonna use this one since we have stamped. So we'll grab one side here, place this right here. These teeth are gonna go over the insulation and these over the wire, the exposed wire. Grab this here. That is our wire crimped. And our insulation crimped. Nice and secure. We'll do the female side on the other white wire we have. Pop that in. There we go. Get our male side right here. Speed that in. That's locked in. Put the female side on the matching side here. So line up the connectors here. That's snapped in. I can see right here, we have our female side, male connector right here. There we go. And we'll repeat the process with our yellow wires, and we'll take a look at how to lock these in. Feed that through here. This is a rubbery seal for waterproofing. And that's snapped in as well. You see, with this type of stamped connector, it's kind of a two-step process. But if you have the closed barrel connector, you just drop the connector in, drop the wire in, and it's a one-stage process, which is very nice. All right, and then we'll just pop this in as well. There we go. 2 female connectors, 2 male connectors in there. On the female side, we use this orange wedge lock here. There we go, and that also retains the seal. See, the male pins will just slide in here. And on the male side, we have to drop this retainer right down there with the little raised part facing up. And there it is, locked in. Now when we plug it in, nice seal, push the tab to release, and there we go. Solid connection, weather protected, sealed around the insulation. Very nice. Now we can test continuity to make sure the connection's good. Good connection there. And good connection there. So right here we have a good Deutsch connector all set up. There we go. Weather sealed, durable, really nice. Now let's make a weather pack connector. This is a single wire connector, and we're gonna get started. All right, let's start with this one. It's a very similar process. We're gonna first thread our seal on. There we go. Here, you can see there's 2 barbs that are gonna retain it inside the housing. Pop that right here. It's crimped on. You know what? I made a mistake. I should have put the seal, left the seal in place here. There we go. Put our seal in here. Put this way. We have a nice grip seal right here. Our wire is nice and gripped in here. Prep this one next. Drop that in there. And same thing with our seal here. Oh. There we go. Good seal there. Now the way this works is, for this side of the connector, we have to pop this little lever off, pop this little cap out of the way, pivot it out of the way. Kind of, we'll grab the insulation there. So we'll pop this in, snaps in, snap that down. It'll help retain it too. And on this side, very similar. Pry this up here. There we go. Feed this through. Snapped in. See it in there. And now, just put this together. And there we go. Let's test this too. We have continuity. Now let's say, for whatever reason, you need to remove this from your connector. Maybe you put it in the wrong position. Maybe you want to rewire it. Maybe you have a single barrel connector and you want to turn it to the 2-barrel connector for 2 wires. I'm going to pry off the little cap here. Take your tool right here. It's the WR01. Slide that over our pin in here. There we go. Boom. Pull that out, and there you go. Now you'll see this pushed in the two retention tabs there, so if you want to reuse it, you just pry those out very slightly, and you're good to go. Same thing on the other side. Just slide it over here. Oh, make sure you get the retainer out for the seal. There you go, push that in. Pinch myself. There we go. And then you could just pop it into a different one, like this. And there we go. There we go. And there we go. Yeah, so that gives you a lot of flexibility. Nice connectors, good connections, nice seal again, just slightly different style. And there we go. Two custom connectors, Deutsch and WeatherPack. It's really convenient to have for projects on your cars, maybe custom harnesses, engine swaps, seat swaps, anything like that. The kit has a bunch of options for Deutsch connector pins with the closed barrel or stamped, the WeatherPack and seal crimper, and then all the pin removal tools. Really convenient. So with this, I'm ready to tackle projects with really large connectors, small connectors, anything I can think of in the future.